Big news today. Well, I should say yesterday. Big news with Native Instruments. They have started preliminary insolvency. Insolvency. Peace, YouTube. What's going on, man? It's your man Reason back with another video. Today we're talking about Native Instruments, man. Yesterday it was announced that they have began preliminary insolvency for their company. So it's not that they're bankrupt, but that's kind of like the first step of potentially going into bankruptcy. So it's a pretty scary thing for a lot of people who have been supporting Native Instruments for a very long time, like myself. I've been using the machine since the Mark One. So yeah, it's pretty big news to me. I'm going on, 15. Well, no, sorry, it's gonna be like 18 years now using machine for me. um, First going with the OG and then getting the Machine Studio, and then after that going straight to the Mark III. It's been part of my workflow, my ecosystem. I'm totally in the Native Instruments world, so this definitely affects me greatly. I'm a little freaking out a little bit, but not completely because this has happened before. If you remember back in 2019, I think it was, they had a similar issue where there was some restructuring, some layoffs, and a whole bunch of stuff that had happened within the company. But then they came back and brought us some newness. You know what I mean? So hey, this could be a good thing. This could be a bad thing. Um, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But ultimately, this is a court supervised restructuring phase, so it's not an immediate shutdown like a going out of business situation. Um, it appears to be like a debt thing, so they don't have enough money to pay off their debts. And reports are suggesting that while they are still popular, the massive debt taken on during the sound wide era, which was what happened back in 2019 and merging with Isotope and Plugin Alliance, became unsustainable for them. And under the current situation and interest rates and all that kind of stuff, they just weren't able to keep up. So you know it's understandable. But as a Native Instruments user, I just hope this generates some regenerates some interest in the company, from a stakeholder standpoint, from a shareholder standpoint. um, and they get an infusion of investors and get some money. Or I know there's some talk about possibly a guy jumping in here and trying to purchase Native Instruments. I don't think that's a good idea. I would like to keep those worlds separate. I know that Native Instruments has been targeting NPC users, with their sounds and making sure that their sounds will work on NPC and all that kind of stuff. Sure, that's great. Native Instruments has always been known for having great quality sounds, and that's kind of why I gravitated to it so much in my early production days. Because you know back in the 90s, if you remember General MIDI, 128 sounds and how that used to sound in your production, it was a rough time. You know what I mean? For people who don't play live instruments, obviously like me. So, but yeah, with that being said, the goal hopefully is that they're looking to save money in the long run and get an infusion to be able to move their product forward. I know we've all been waiting on the same thing. Why doesn't Machine have any touchscreens? Why doesn't Machine have um, kind of a similar workflow where you can just do everything? Well, you can with Machine Plus, you can kind of do everything on the unit, but having that touchscreen control, having the ability to have all of the whole sounds, all of the complete sounds, I should say, within the unit, I think would have set them apart, and help them compete better with the MPC and other s- um, and other production systems. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of a weird thing, but we've all been asking for more. So maybe this is the first step to us getting more. So I am going to remain optimistic. Native Instruments, I hope you guys can pull through this. I know back, in the whole 2019 situation, it didn't get to the point where they didn't have control over their future. Now it's kind of the courts are involved, so you know it's a little more serious, I would say, in that sense. Um, but yeah, the long term concern and for any digital ecosystem is, uh, if they were to vanish entirely, how would that impact the music community, the producer community? I think it would be a great loss. I think it would be a big impact, especially to me. I mean, if you look at me, I got right now my workflow consists of the A49 keyboard controller. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can buy the camera there. Yeah. So you see, I got the A49 here. I got the Mark III and the SP. But yeah, this is my primary workflow. These two pieces of equipment. I don't really make beats on the SP, but I use it to perform and effects and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, this affects me greatly. So I'm definitely concerned about the future of native instruments. So I will be definitely keeping my eye on the situation and keeping an eye on updates. I will definitely keep you guys updated on the progress and situations on that, because I know a lot of my friends use native instruments, and I know a lot of y'all out there use native instruments. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens in the future. This is a real wait and see situation, right? So, but I guess we can expect development to slow down. I mean, it's kind of already been slow, but I guess we can expect it to come to a halt. I don't know. There's always a risk of, say Apple or a new Mac OS version comes out, or Microsoft drops another major update, and you have to then wait on support from native instruments for your stuff to work right. There's always that fear. Um, so yeah, but it's just the nature of business, right? So I've always found great value in the native instruments hardware. I'm sure many of you have as well. I know a lot of people have stepped back from it just due to what's out there today. And again, we're just waiting for that next iteration. So, but don't sell your gear yet, man. Native Instruments has been in the industry for 25 years, and I've been with them for 20, almost 20 years or so of that. So, their assets are too profitable to let them go and just evaporate into thin air. I think someone's going to come along and step in and either take the reins, purchase a company, or help them get investors and investments in order for them to get some capital and then pay off those debts. So, but yeah, stay tuned, man. I'll definitely keep y'all posted, man. But yeah, crazy news, man. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good day. We'll keep you posted. It's your man Reason. We out for now. Peace.